Okay. Welcome to the stream, anyone who is watching. And thanks for everyone for showing up. Our new members on the stream. We have MommyMonk and Jackal. Oz, who never shows his face because he's all mysterious.
I doesn't help. I don't have a webcam.
Yeah, well, that too. And I'm going to mute my stream because I can hear it in my headset. That's going to set me off. And then Jards has been around a couple of times. I think have you been in both episodes of the podcast, or were you just in one?
I think I was in one a while ago.
Yeah, I think you were in the first one, not so much in the second one. Unfortunately, Phil, who is usually pretty available, he can't come to this one, which is sad times.
What?
Yeah, it's sad times. He's got to get up early to drive somewhere tomorrow. It's like, how dare you have a fucking social life, you dog?
Rude. There you have a job.
It's all good. Speaking of jobs, I know Jards is well aware of this, but Christy, we do not mention the place in which we know we're not meant to talk about. Two reasons. One, I could get in trouble. Two, I don't want them associated with my content and vice versa.
You mean Hogwarts?
Yeah,
oh,
that
shit,
one.
I said it.
God damn.
I thought you meant Fight Club.
What the hell, man?
Not allowed to mention that one
I
either.
told you
Holy
the rules.
fuck.
I told you.
Like, we've been here 2 minutes and we've already ruined it.
God, all we need is someone to drop the N-word and I'm already screwed.
Whoa.
Did you?
Whoa,
Don't-
hold up.
For a second there, I thought Jackal was going to do it. No,
Would never.
dude. Bad man. Okay, so this is also going on YouTube as well. This is going to take some creative editing because I'm actually going to have 5 layers of video. So I'm going to get the video and layer it 5 times so that I can actually crop each and everyone's little splash head. Oz is going to look a little bit funny because he's going to have a corner of me in it. That's fine.
Oh. How thoughtful of you.
Well, all you're going to have by the look of it is like a Twitch symbol, the number 4, and some lights. So you should be right.
When are you going to do the whole VTuber phase? Get some
no, I
AI
am.
VTuber thing?
Oh, what, Oz? Yeah, Oz should.
Yeah.
See, I was actually originally going to get you guys to all learn how to use Reactive. Because that's quite easy. All you got to do is log in with Discord and send me the URL. And then it gets you a display picture and it has 2 versions of it. One which is not talking, one that's talking. So it like lights up and doesn't light up when you're talking and stuff. Very simple.
That's what that is.
Yeah, I have that running.
Yeah, my one, the one that I use on my other streams is called VitaTube. So it's got a couple of animation-ish bits, but it's a little bit more complex, but you can't use it on somebody else's stream sort of thing. All right, so we successfully talked shit for 5 minutes and haven't even started the fucking thing. Sorry about me showing
Isn't that what we're good at?
guns. Yeah, well, I mean, technically it's got to be talked shit anyway. But yeah. Christy, you haven't followed me on Twitch. Follow me. Do it now. Do it now.
Twitch account, apparently.
You don't have a
Yeah, I told you. I'm not up to it. This stuff is...
Well, you're going to have to make a Twitch account. Right, so you can follow me.
It's on my list of things to do.
But also so you
The
can watch...
singular follow will be Raeth.
Oh, yeah, I'll be your first follower. You just give me your link and I'll be like, bam, follow straight away. And then I'll make
Only
these
a
guys
couple
do
away
it too.
from the amount you need as well. So that one will make a difference.
Yeah.
Just
I need
saying.
3. I need 3.
Yeah.
I get 3 more followers. And then all I got to do is stream another, I think, 4
days?
times.
Yeah.
4 days. And this will cover the hours streamed as well. By the time this is done, I'll be over the hours. So I just need to stream a couple more days and get 3 more followers. And then I'll get affiliate. Which means I'll start being able to have channel points and people can start giving me money. Not that they're going to, but still, that's, yeah.
It would be nice.
option.
Would you want to give me money? I'm happy to take it.
Exactly. Well, the sucky thing is, though, with Twitch, if it's in bits, so like with Twitch, you buy bits and then you donate bits to a streamer. If you get bits, you've got to wait until it actually hits $100 before they'll give it to you.
50. They lowered it.
Oh, sweet, 50. Well,
Yeah, they lowered it halfway through last year.
nice. By the way, anyone who's watching, and for the people who are going to watch this on YouTube when I put it up, apologies for the camera. My USB ports are not getting enough power through my power supply, so the camera is glitchy. It's a pain in the ass, but there's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately.
What's stealing the electricity?
No, the power supply is just not grunty enough. The graphics card alone is taking about 60% of it.
That's a
You're right.
thirsty boy.
Yeah, it's technically it's a 750 gold, but it's a 750 gold. Yeah, so it's a silver at best. So
I feel like a cheap solution would be like to get a powered USB hub.
yeah, probably, but it still goes through the USB ports, but actually has to go through the bus, and the bus isn't getting enough power. That's the problem.
Oh, it's the bus that's not doing it. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was just
and it
devices.
prioritizes my mic first, and then it prioritizes my Bluetooth adapter for my headset, and then my peripherals. It's like my keyboard and mouse don't need much, so they're fine. But my webcam is like the last on the list, so it's not getting the power. But yeah, things will die randomly, and it's a pain in the ass. All right, enough talking about the techie stuff. Let's talk about the techie stuff. So the whole purpose of this podcast today is I was looking at my other two podcasts. I'm like, the good messages, spreading some awareness of ADHD and the struggles and stuff like that. But it's kind of a little bit depresso, and I want to make things a bit more espresso. So one of the things that makes most people the happiest is good childhood memories. And most of us are gaming nerds, so why not talk about early childhood memories with gaming? Right? So I was going to start, but I thought I might not. So I am going to...
If he starts singing "Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo," we're in trouble.
No. Select. Is it select wheel?
Oh, we're doing a wheel.
Pick a wheel.
A wheel
That's
of
the one.
fortune.
Pick a wheel.
Wheel of misfortune.
Inputs. MommyMonk. I probably spelled that wrong. Jackal. I definitely spelt that wrong. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Jards.
matter.
That's pretty
We
hard
can't
to
see it.
spell
That's
wrong.
fine.
Oh, yeah, the stream's going to see it. Oz.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. Are you guys looking at the stream?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
motion.
Cool. I'm going to... I need to make this page smaller and zoom out. Not that far. Zoom. Yep, that's it. I need to make it smaller because I need to cover up my Discord image and not cover up any of you guys. There we go.
Just move your your thing over.
Yeah, because I don't need to see me there because you can already see me on the stream. All right, so whoever this lands on, what I want you to do is think back to the earliest memory you can and talk about the first game you remember playing. Yeah, let's go.
Did it.
There is one delay.
Oh, that's fucking loud. Holy shit.
Oh, it's me.
Yep. I spelt your name completely wrong. I just fucking
Yep,
smashed.
certainly
I
did.
just smashed the keyboard.
Not even remotely close. So you got
Sure, you
3 4 of
smashed it
those.
and didn't headbutt it?
Yeah. Holy
Well,
God.
you could see my head. You know it didn't move. All right, so I
Yeah,
can
well,
take
that's
you
true.
off the spinner. So,
Yeah.
all right, Jonesy, take us away.
My first actual gaming memories, Commodore 64, game called Stunt Car Racer, all lemmings. Both, well, I can't remember which one I would have played first, but they're the two games I remember off Commodore 64. That Stunt Car Racer was originally Amiga, but it got re-released maybe 93 or something on the Commodore. That's the first thing I remember. driving with a little shitty. No, it wasn't shitty for the time. It was amazing. The joystick you got back then with the Commodore. But yeah, stunt car racer and lemmings. Just because I used to like blowing them all up. I was sadistic back then, apparently. But
What do back
you know,
then? That hasn't changed. All right,
Yeah.
let's see if we can find a YouTube video of that.
yeah, stunt car racer.
So,
Check that
stunt
one.
car racer,
If you put in,
Commodore 64.
if it doesn't come straight up, Commodore 64.
Here we go. I can't hear any noise.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, there we go. Oh fuck! I'm gonna turn that down. Oh god,
It
that
was high
clicking.
tech for the time, alright?
Oh wow.
It was very high tech for the time.
So,
So
I'm turning that fucking noise off. That's god, that's fucking
Yeah.
Jesus. So this is it. This is one of Jackal's early memories of gaming.
I was like 4,
Yeah,
maybe younger.
that's fine, my man. I mean, see, this is the type of thing that I remember. Like when I was a kid, when I saw something 3D, I was like, oh my god,
Yeah, holy shit, this is amazing.
oh my god.
Now it's like, oh my god, if it doesn't have like 400,000 polys per fucking character, it's ridiculous
But the thing is,
and disgusting.
it actually still looks like it's more than 30 frames. That looks like it's like 40
it
FPS.
would have ran at either 24. It would have been the 29.94, whatever it is.
Yeah, but it looks
Yeah.
small. But
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool. So that's rich. So apart from the game itself, what's a fond one that you've got? Like what's something that brings, like if you think back to it, you're like, oh, that was a good time.
Okay, so I thought about this last night actually when you mentioned it. Perfect Dark on
Oh,
64.
Yes.
Playing that with my brothers. Playing 1.6, like CS 1.6 at the
Yep.
internet cafes back in our hometown, my hometown.
Blicktown.
Yep. Playing at all the internet cafes, playing 1.6 and Battlefield 1942 with everyone. And doing all-nighters, like at the internet cafes and just smashing 1.6 and just smashing nerds in 1.6 back then. Poor little fellas. And CS LANs, I played a lot of not CS, COD LANs. Played a lot of COD LANs, so
Yeah.
that as well. They were the 3 main things that stuck out to me,
Yeah.
from
No,
just in general.
so and you know it's funny. At some point when you were playing 1.6, there's actually a big chance that I was actually the receptionist at an internet cafe you were playing at. Because I
Probably
actually
is.
do you remember battle stations in Blacktown?
Yeah, I played
Yeah.
there.
I my first ever job was a receptionist at battle stations there.
Played at all 3 of the internet cafes. The one across from the bus station when it used to drive through, when the old bus stations.
Yep.
And down on the bottom corner, and there was another one further down we used to play at.
Yep.
We played at them all because, well, you gotta.
You had to stamp the ground in.
Yeah.
So
Got assert dominance in the whole area.
that's it. Well, almost broke something. All right, who's next? So I'll pick one more and then I'll do mine. So who's next?
You ready to have your ears blasted out?
Don't look at me right now.
It's
Oh, wow.
Jards!
I was wondering if I was on his live, like waiting, trying to watch the stream.
All right. Jards, your turn.
Yeah, right. Well, from what I remember, I started my gaming stuff on, I think it was a Windows Millennium PC
Ooh.
back in the day. Like, I think it was Millennium or 98. I can't remember which one. Playing, I think it was like Fighter Race 2 slash Flight Sim. I think Fighter Race 2 came with Flight Sim, I think 2000 or something back then,
What's it
2004.
called? Fight Erase?
Fighter Race 2.
I can't remember that.
I don't know if it'll be there. It was just like it like blew me away, like with like all the very like sim heavy, and it didn't use arrow keys or like WASD for the controls. It used like semicolon and the slash and stuff as the ailerons and all that fun stuff. So yeah, just messing around in that, and then I think I also played a bit of the Lego games back then. So like Lego Races, Lego City, I think it was.
Yeah.
Lego. I think Lego Chess was there.
Have Lego Island.
I don't know if I did. It was like a bundle pack that came with like some school thing.
In school, I didn't get Lego
And then I
games.
think it was like a thing you could get through school. It was like you bought, like it was like I can't remember exactly what it was. It was like you ticked the thing like, oh, I want this, and you gave money and they got it for you, sort of thing.
Oh, you mean a book fair?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It wasn't a book fair though. It was like just a piece of paper, and it would rock up like 2 months later, you'd be like, oh.
Oh wait,
Exciting.
is it an official thing, or was that like
Yeah, it was
the guy in the DVD van that used to come over and say,
No,
"What do
it
you
was
want?"
official. It was official. I also played a bit of the Lego Harry Potter. Oh, I've got.
Yeah, I was
gone
gonna
blurry.
say, you
There
got
we
fuzz.
go. Played the Lego Harry Potter, like the first Lego Harry Potter games, like where it was like kind of like just a creative, like you just mess around with Harry Potter themed blocks and stuff, which was fun.
See, you're showing your age here because you're like Harry Potter, Lego, and stuff like that. It's like me and Jones were like, back in my day, we had 10 pixels to deal with.
Yeah, that was like, whoa.
Hey, I had 3D graphics when I started.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
God damn.
I didn't get that
Alright,
until
so
I was like 10.
Take Jards.
Yeah, but I think it was Lego Races. The first one was the first game I completed.
Cool.
So
So
that was fun.
what
Or, like,
about what about a gaming memory? Like the earliest gaming memory that you've got that's fun, that's good and happy, and you think back to it and you're like, that's fucking awesome.
I don't know. I don't really have an exact like one that was fun. I guess completing the game was pretty fun. Like that moment of achievement when you've been. I think I worked on the last level for like weeks, and I just finally get it, and you're just like yes. So I think that was pretty good.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that.
Also, the theme song is like one of those ones that just gets stuck in your head with Lego Races. Like, oh my god.
Yes. Yes. So. Oh, hang on. I'm having troubles. My cursor's doing weird shit. Okay. All right. So I'll go. My earliest memory of playing any video game was on the Amiga 500. Now, for those who don't know what the Amiga 500 is, for an indication of how old it is, it came out the year I was born, 1988.
That
And-
much older than me. Okay.
Yeah, and the first game I ever played was this. It's called Chuck Rock.
Do you chuck a rock?
You can
So
chuck
if it's
rocks.
not someone chucking a rock, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Oh yeah, he chucks rocks, but his main type of attack was thrusting at you with his stomach. So I'm just gonna, because the intro music is what got stuck in my head all the time when I was a kid. I know you guys can't hear it through the thing, but it's definitely going on through the stream.
God, that music.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and the thing is, on Amiga, like it was on the Amiga, it was on the Sega Master System, and it was on something else. But on the Amiga, that music does not stop. You can
Like,
play
at
through
all.
You can play through the entire game. So I'll just skip to like 18 minutes in. Same music is going on. It's exactly the same as the intro music. It doesn't stop.
I mean, it's probably easier to just keep the same music playing than change it.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
I think there was a technological barrier that stopped them from being able to use a different track because of how in depth it was, and then they just forgot to turn it off each level, so it just kept going.
It's the song that never ends.
Yes.
Quite literally.
I wonder if you
Yes.
looked up like at the ROM, like the specs of it, and or the code, and you would actually get like more songs there. They just never like swapped it.
There could have been, because the Sega had different music. The Sega one had different music in different levels, so it's quite possible they just broke it when they released it and went meh. Because
Well, you can't.
I mean, it's not like they could patch
it. Yeah.
no, that's the thing. Like back in the 80s and 90s, it was very rare for a game to have a patch. And it was like the game's released. The game released with a big bug. Too bad.
Deal with it.
Deal
Yep.
with it, you know.
This is how it is now.
Yes, and now it's like, oh my god, that map has a polygon that's slightly to the left. Quick 62 gig update to fix it. Look at you, Call of Duty.
Oh god.
They
Don't
literally
remind
did that
us.
this week.
Retro pawns.
And then you have to go do the rendering.
Yeah.
thing.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
I need 250 gigabytes of your data.
So we got
Why?
we got a chatter. Retro prawns. Here's an early gaming memory: playing Wolfenstein 3D with my dad shooting Nazis while he's punching darts. I was 4 or 5 years old.
Good choice.
Nice.
We call
I
that
was
the dream.
literally just thinking that I used to play Wolfenstein as well on some super old computer
Yep.
on dial-up.
What-
That
Really,
then
really,
my mum would try and ring the phone and it would drop out.
really,
Oh,
really
no.
sad thing for me. The first time I ever played Wolfenstein was actually years after Doom and Quake had come out. All right, years after it. The first time I played Wolfenstein was when I went to Scouts. So I went to Scouts and they had a PC in like a closet that had the demo of Wolfenstein on it.
No, I didn't.
Right.
I had the full one on the floppy disk, like proper Wolfenstein on the floppy.
I didn't have the full version until the days of Pirate Bay started being a thing. So
I did lie to you when you asked when I started gaming. Apparently, yeah, I did it as a kid, but
well, it's not so much a lie as you weren't thinking about it, and something brought the memory up, and that's kind of where we're at. Retro prawns. Do I know you, or are you someone who's coming from the wilderness to come say hi? I'll give that a second and see if they say anything.
Oh, 48. 48
Wait, 48 what?
followers.
Oh, did I
yeah, I
get another
followed
follow?
him.
Ooh.
Oh, you did.
I
Oh,
did.
why didn't it
Yeah,
come up?
Oh, well, it's 49 then.
Well, unless I did it wrong, so it's highly probable I'm not following you.
I have
50.
no idea. Wait, what?
Congratulations.
Why aren't my
Yeah.
follower pop-ups? I'm meant to be having follower pop-ups. Sorry, guys that following. I'd like to
Let
thank
us follow
you.
Calvin Hobbs.
Yeah, it's still saying Calvin's my latest follower, and that's obviously wrong. So something's broken. My apologies for that.
Yeah, dial-up internet.
Sorry,
I'll
I
do
got
it.
to dial up with you.
Haha, from the wild. Well, welcome in from the cold, my friend, and welcome to the stream.
Oh, I wish it was cold.
I do also have a Discord where we talk lots of shit as well. Well, we haven't been talking lots of shit lately, but this year I've actually just started my content back up again after doing a long TAFE course last year. So there will be more talking shit. So I think my link's down below. Can someone check that for me?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
there.
it's there. I don't know if
sweet.
it's working.
So if
Yeah, I
you
don't know
wanna-
if it's correct, but it's there.
It should
Link's
be.
there.
It's a permalink, so
Yeah,
it should
it's
be
a
working.
permanent one.
So
You're good.
feel free to join us and come chat with us whenever you want, my man. Hold on 1 second.
One.
I have a coffee. I'll be back 1 second.
Pauses midstream to get a coffee.
Yeah,
Madman.
This guy
out of control.
It's
doesn't bring any to share with the class.
Right, where's my coffee?
Where's my iced coffee?
Well, the thing is, right? You live in Victoria, so I ain't coming down there to make you a coffee, buddy.
So you could do a 2-for-1. You could make me one as well.
I'd accept an Uber Eats coffee. Or Uber drinks, I guess.
There's no Uber out this way, mate. I got no hope.
So,
Nothing out there? No?
I think we have DoorDash.
Yeah.
I think maybe menu log. Maybe.
Things are
Oh.
grim.
Oh, I was waiting for like 6 hours for an order the other day from Menulog. It was atrocious.
See, I don't order anymore. I don't order anymore.
I wouldn't, but like it's convenient in the CBD.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be quicker than actually going out, finding a car park, doing
Yeah,
it
exactly.
That's why you walk.
Well, I
and catch
mean,
public
I avoid the
transport.
city at all costs. Nah, I can't do public transport. It's too peoply.
Yeah, but
People
going
are disgusting.
outside is too peoply for me sometimes. So,
But yeah,
Um,
that too.
so my wife actually just poked her head in and wanted to mention what her first gaming experience is. Actually beats us all in age for the game.
No.
Pitfall on the Atari.
Oh,
Yeah, actually
Okay.
older than our Amiga and Commodore stuff.
Yeah.
So
yes, it
I
was
mean,
an ET.
she
Oh,
was.
that's
Oh, Jards just goes. "Bah!"
sorry. I didn't think it would be that bright. Hold on, I need to change my settings.
Whoa.
No, it's fine, man. It doesn't look that bad, honestly. It's just it was just jarring. Jards is jarring. That's terrible. I feel bad.
You say that, but then like the nickname that Jards comes from is Jardon, so you're not far off.
Sorry, what was that? Cringe Lord? Sorry, I had to. That was just low hanging fruit.
Hey, I didn't come up with it, to be honest.
Well, that's all right then. See, like all of
I
my
just accepted it.
all of my cringe Lord names, I made myself. You know, like Therion Darkstar, Tyrael Darkheart. But at least I wasn't one of these COD noobs with fucking XX underscore my name XX.
To be fair, I had to put them in because there was another person that used the same name as me. Originally, it was just the Jackal.
Yeah.
Someone else had Jackal 13.
What about 1 to 12?
Fuck those
Nah,
guys.
they're not good numbers. They're not good numbers.
What about Jackal 14?
No, that
No,
number sucks
that's
as
just
well.
going too far, Jards. That's going too far. But yeah, no, I remember seeing my Xbox game friends thing, and I had like fuck was Wade's? Do you remember what Wade's was? Like Bacon Bear or something like that?
Baconator, hang on.
Yeah. No, it was
He's
like-
on. He'll be online right now. Hang on.
he's always online. He's never playing anything.
Oh yeah, it's Bacon Bear. X
Yeah,
Bacon Bear. X.
Bacon Bear, and then it was you and Jake and somebody else, and it was all XX underscore
Yeah.
Scorps
Jake's
XX
was
underscore, and then all of them had the clan tag
That's all
AONO.
all on our, yeah, that's all on our old accounts that we use for online.
Yep. So Jones here actually had a semi-professional COD clan. Actually went to tournaments and stuff.
Yeah,
Do you know how long ago that
Nice,
was, bruh?
nice.
yeah, we talked about it the other day. Actually, it was
14 years ago.
Yeah,
14 years ago.
Yeah.
And Jards was like, hey, I was still in primary school.
Yeah.
I was flying around and playing COD.
Yep.
What you? Oh man, I was. Yeah,
I
definitely still.
reckon I'm just really getting
Technically middle
to-
school, but yeah.
Did you say middle school? Bro, you're not American. Talking about.
I get it.
I mean, that's what I mean, it was the school was separated into like 3 sections. So you had like
Ugh,
junior school, middle school, senior school.
that's fucking weird. Fucking
Yeah,
Victorians,
Victorians
man. They do
do.
everything weird.
We're so backwards down here.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Happening.
Oh, look. Oz, you don't have to worry about it. When we say like Victorians, we're talking about like the metro to suburban Victorians.
Melbourne.
Not the country bumpkins like you.
So just me.
Christy, where are you?
I,
You're in Queensland, aren't you?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm in Gippsland.
Gippsland. Okay, oh, so you're like kind of in the middle of Jards and Oz. You're not quite a country bumpkin, but you're not quite a Sydney guy either. City
Yeah,
guy.
okay,
either.
so at the
My
moment,
perspective
yeah.
is pretty country.
But to be honest, I grew up as a country bumpkin around cow farms and cattle farms and like, yeah. So you
You
can
know-
take the girl out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the girl.
You know what me and Jones grew up around? Syringes and
Yeah.
crack pipes.
Yeah, pretty much.
The ghetto.
Up our area.
Yeah, but
All right. Got 2 more people. Watching the stream, ready for your name to get called. Mind you, I've turned the noise off. I'm sick of it, so there's no noise this time. 50-50 chance.
50-50.
And it is. Oh, that almost
Might as
landed.
well just-
That almost landed on the line.
I was gonna say if it lands on the line, this is great.
Yeah, no.
Ooh.
Right,
It's your
keep
turn,
going.
Christy.
It's me. So yeah, apparently, I played when I was really, really young. I don't know what age on the computer. I played the Wolfenstein floppy. But I didn't really get into gaming until I actually moved out of home at 17, and I bought myself a Xbox 360 for like $100, and I played Halo, and then did that for probably a year or two, and then didn't play again. Had kids, didn't play again, and then I got sick of my husband and his best friend always drunkenly playing Xbox. So whilst they were drunk, I convinced them to buy me an Xbox, and they did. And I got hooked, and yeah, haven't looked back.
See, new to the gamer culture. But see,
Yeah.
you can start at any age. That's the best thing about gaming is it's like you don't have to have been born a nerd or you don't have to be a nerdy kid. It's just like it just came up, it became something good in your life, and it's like bam.
Yeah, I just got sick of being the third wheel and watching them be drunk and falling off their chairs every time they tried to get up. So I was like, hey, this looks like fun. Get me one. And next thing I know, they ordered one, and yeah, here I am.
Nice. Nice. Okay, well, I'm not gonna spit. Actually, you know what? How about I
No,
do
spin
the
this?
the wheel. Spin the wheel. Who's next?
Cool.
Gee, I wonder who.
Here we go. Here we go. Is it gonna be Oz or is it gonna be Oz Soldier?
Secondary college all over again. I'm being picked last.
Oh wow, Oz, it's you.
Oh, it's me! Funnily enough, that used to be my old tag. Old soldier.
Yeah, that's why I added the soldier there because I remember it.
Yeah,
Soldier boy.
it was my youngest memory. Like, wanted to go into the military and be like, oh, I'm just gonna apply myself this during games. But that fell off. What, teenage years? Life happened. Right, back on track. Earliest gaming memory. I can think of two. One for a console, one for the PC. Well, we'll go with the PC first, because my dad used to have an old PC, and most of the time it was either Warcraft 2 or a flight simulator by the name of F117A Nighthawk.
Oh, I remember
No,
Nighthawk.
I played the shit out of that.
I played the
This
shit
now
out
just
of
sitting
the
here.
demo
And I-
of that.
I remember it not only because of the game, but because of the verification that you had to do in order to actually play the game. You had to go to the game box itself and pull out this orange piece of paper, and it had the schematics of every single airplane in the game. And every time you booted up the game, it'll have one of the schematics, and it'll say, "Please verify which plane this is."
Yep.
And if you didn't, it said, "Right, you're not playing. Get up."
Really?
Yeah.
That actually reminds me of there was a fantasy game on the Amiga. And this fantasy game, we had a pirated copy, but we couldn't play it because
you didn't.
to start playing the game, it would say, turn to page this of the game manual. On paragraph this, line this, what is the word?
And you didn't have.
And we didn't have the manual. So
Yeah.
there was one time when I was just, because I was a kid and I was bored, I was trying it. And literally booted it up. It said, what is the word? I typed in ass. And it was right. And I got to actually play the game for a little bit.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah, because there was actually, in the manual, there was actually a story. And the story had, like, it was only like 4 pages. But in that thing, the bad guy calls the good guy camel's ass.
Yeah.
And the word happened to be ass, and I just picked it. Because years later, we actually found an online copy of the manual, so we could play it. And I just remember, it's like, I remember typing ass, what page was it on, found it, went, aha!
Yeah, the anti-piracy measures back in the day were actually really well thought of.
Yeah.
Do you ever typing in like keys, like the CD keys, all the time?
Yeah, I remember I had a copy of StarCraft.
Like having to type it in, not just like obviously copy paste these days.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you had to type it. I remember I had a copy of StarCraft, the early release, the one in the actual big box.
Yeah.
There was
yeah.
There's actually a developer CD key for the CDs that came in that, which is 00000000000. I had my own
No.
key, right? So I installed it, and like my mate wanted to play with me, and he brought his computer over. Now we played over LAN over a null cable modem.
Okay.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
Jards is like, what the fuck is that?
I don't quite remember that, to be honest.
It's basically Serial, but older.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was 1-to-1 peer. You couldn't have more than 2 people on this network. It's just
Yeah.
that's all it
Okay.
was.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I had a null cable modem. We both had the right serial port. And we just tried to install it. We tried to install it. We did it on my product key on both machines. But it would say, oh, same product key detected, so we couldn't play. So we uninstalled it from his machine and tried again. And I was like, we'll just try random numbers and hope we get it. And I just went 000000000, pressed enter, and it started installing. I was like, what? And then we started playing, and it was no problem. Later on, I found out there was a developer product key that was accidentally left in a big batch of the retail versions.
Amazing.
Hacker
Awesome.
man. Suppose we should get back on. I should get it back on track.
Oh yeah,
We're technically on track.
yes, actually, Oz, yes, a gaming memory, good one.
I was about to say the earliest console I played was the SNES,
Hmm.
and that was Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. But that was after I collapsed after contracting pneumonia.
That's right. That's right. We wanted to hear this story. What happened? What happened? Let's go.
I was at primary school. This was back when I was like 4 or 5. So I was pretty young. But at one point, I just suddenly couldn't breathe and collapsed sitting next to a tree. And the bell went, and the teachers were like, you need to go to class. I'm like, I can't breathe. I can't move. So instead of, calling an ambulance, they call Dad. Dad comes along, sees what's happened. He's not a happy camper.
I mean, I can't imagine he would be.
Yeah, well, he's ex-police force, so he wasn't happy.
Yeah.
He was the guy that he would do the job right the first time. So he scooped me up, took me to hospital, and this was back when the hospital was actually good at doing its job. And they said, yeah, that's pneumonia. We're going to have to fill you with all sorts of drugs and shit. And I got the child ward all to myself, which included
Nice.
a TV and a
A
SNES.
Super Nintendo, yeah.
Nice.
It had a light gun and everything.
Jeez.
So, duck hunt for days.
Well, Duck Hunt
Couldn't get-
was the original NES.
What was it?
Yeah, that wasn't SNES because the Super Nintendo's light gun was actually a bazooka. It was the 6 scope. I remember because I had it.
Ah.
So it would have been the original
Bear in
NES.
mind. Yeah, bear in mind, this was like ages ago when I was like a little kid. So,
A wee little.
might have been a NES.
Yeah, if it
He's
had
probably got
if
it.
it was Duck Hunt, it was definitely NES. Duck Hunt only came out on the NES, but that's cool.
Yeah, good gaming memories. Let's see, there's a lot. In secondary school, back when I was in years 9 and 10, so not the oldest bunch, some of the year 12s would organise game lunches during lunchtime, and it was 50 cents a entry, and it was Unreal Tournament.
Ooh.
Nice.
And it was facing world, capital flag, sound on, everybody's allowed to swear. And it was probably the best 30 minutes anybody could have because everybody was having fun. And there was cheering and taunting and
Jeez.
I remember doing something similar but with Halo CE.
Yeah.
Back in recess. That was insanely fun.
when those year 12s graduated, I took it upon myself to actually do the same thing and organize the lunchtime games. And sure enough, it became StarCraft. It became Halo CE. And I was the terror. I was the person who was dunking on everybody. Soldier was the name that everybody knew, and they feared and respected it. And then we also had LAN nights with the Nintendo 64. It was Mario Kart. It was Banjo-Tooie. It was GoldenEye.
Nice.
I mean, when
Smash
we built
Brothers.
part of our design, most people are like, oh, we want 3 bedrooms, double garage, we want this. Ours is we had to have a dedicated games room.
Yeah.
Oh, man, if I had the
and even
money.
when we
Essential.
sold that house and bought this house, it was the same thing. It was all right. We need this. We obviously have to have room for the kids because apparently you can't lock them outside. Frowned upon. No, apparently it's frowned upon. I don't know why. Yeah.
All
who
these
knows?
woke
But,
liberals.
always was. How can we set the games room up in this house? And
Yeah.
Like one of
Now-
the unspoken rules back in the day was if you and your friends had 64s, whoever was going over to their house, you had to bring at least 1 or 2 controllers.
Yep.
oh yeah. My kids already are quite mad gamers, and whenever their friends come around, they have to bring their own controller for whatever platform they decide to play.
Nice. See, Oz, you actually reminded me of something when you were talking about having the LAN parties in the school.
Yeah.
I almost got in trouble, but I didn't get caught. It's too sneaky. So when I was in high school, year 9 in Seven Hills High, I got suspended because I infiltrated the school Norton server. I changed
Norton,
everyone's.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Not too hard.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was not hard.
I have
Lit-
Norton security.
Literally, I put. Was it Norton? Something. It was like you had Windows Server networks, and then you had something else. And I'm pretty sure it was like Norton or something. I can't remember. But yeah, the easiest way to do it was you created a shortcut on the desktop, and you redirected it to X drive, which was the root directory, and it wasn't password protected. Right. So I went in and I changed everyone's welcome messages from welcome to Seven Hills High to this person sucks this person's penis. Unfortunately, because it was a Word file that you had to edit, and I'd used my login. So my login came up as the last edited. So I got suspended. I got suspended, which was like, ugh. But I learned from that. So I used the library login because there was a library guest login that everyone could use. And I used it to install Quake 1 on the printer spool folder. And then put a shortcut in everybody's user profile.
Nice.
They would figure it out and they'd delete it and then I'd find another place to hide it and I kept doing it and stuff. Just in case, I highly doubt it, but just in case, Mr. Richmond, if you're watching.
For the memories.
Yeah, but we used to have tournaments in the library, but it was the original Quake with a mod called Killer Quake, which gave you like a bow and arrow, a morning star, so you could like hook onto walls. It was like a grappling hook morning star. And if you gibbed someone, so you blew them up into pieces, you could pick up the head and it became a gibbed head. And when you threw it, it became a floating mine. And then like you'd be running around fighting everybody. You'd go around a corner and you'd hear the noise. It went bang, gib it. And you knew it was coming at you and it was like a rocket. And you're like, fuck, where is it? Yeah. Say, Broder, my Broder, is just, he remembers it too. Gibbon. Oh,
Give the Gibbons.
All right.
Oh, man. Unreal tournament. Those were some good memories.
That's always some good memories. So,
I remember taking turns in like the library we had playing like web games like Miniclip.
God, Miniclip.
I don't know if you
Holy
guys-
shit.
That's old.
Miniclip and I think it was Nitrome was the other one that was pretty popular back then.
Yeah.
Surprised we didn't infect the damn PCs with viruses. The amount of places we went.
See, speaking of shit that's old, there's a website. It was called awesome.com. It probably predates you. I don't know if Jones remembers it. Do you remember Awesome?
No, I'm looking it up now. If it still exists.
It probably is a different website now.
I'm scared.
But, I mean,
I think at one point it changed into awesome2.com, and then that got bought out by someone else randomly. What else was
I didn't
there?
use this.
Albino Black Sheep. You don't remember albinoblacksheep.com? That was where
No.
the peanut butter jelly time peanut.
Oh, okay, I know.
That's where that
yes.
first started.
Okay, yes, I do know that.
It had that. It had Papa Smurf, can I lick your ass?
Yeah.
What else did it have? Just trying to think of the old. You remember the "You Are an Idiot" trap that you'd email your friends?
I would never do such a thing.
You'd send your friends an email and go like, "Hey, check out this awesome game that's online," and you'd send it to them either email or via MSN Messenger.
Ah, you
Yeah,
messenger.
those were the
I wish
days.
it wasn't AOL or whatever it was called. Or
Yeah, I
Yahoo.
never used AOL. Never used it.
Yeah, no,
But you'd send it to them. You're like, "Oh, this is awesome! It's a good game or a video or something like that," to trap them, and they click it, and it would actually take over their computer and stop them from being able to do anything, and it would just repeat this song going, "You are an idiot, you," and it would fuck their computer. They had to reset to get out of it. It was great fun. There was something else.
Nothing says we're quite friends. And just
They'd fucking their computer. Yeah.
The OG Rickroll.
Yep. And the Badger song.
Oh,
mushroom thing.
Betcha, mushroom. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Listen.
And then that led into Charlie the Unicorn and all the-
Charlie the Unicorn.
Candy Mountain.
Candy Mountain, Charlie.
It's a magically Pyrodon. It's going to show us the way to Candy Mountain.
Yeah,
And of the original
the other day.
Asdif movies, and was it Stick Figures on Crack?
No, Astif was YouTube days. Like they started.
Yeah,
on
oh, like
YouTube.
this is like, I remember it being because YouTube's like 07, right?
No, it's
Was it?
05.
oh,
Uh,
nine.
No, 05.
No.
It didn't
No,
hit,
no,
it
it's
didn't hit
earlier than that.
mainstream popularity until like 08, 09.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's been
it
around
was
since
really
05.
popular then.
But I
Yeah.
still, like I was using, I just didn't have an account on it like back in
Mhm.
then, and I remember watching
Um,
the Stick Figures on Crack and just cracking
Yeah,
my head,
Stick
like,
Figures on
laughing
Crack
my
was
head off.
on something else.
Probably Newgrounds.
Yeah, it'd be Newgrounds.
Maybe Newgrounds.
Surely.
Yeah, but they were definitely on it. But whether that was where they started or not, and there was something else as well. Yeah, all I can think of is Stick Figures on Crack now. Well, Stick Death, as well.
That
I
was
remember.
really
I remember
good.
when
Good.
Stick.
Really
I remember
well
when
done.
Stick Death started, and it was like, "Hey, this is pretty cool." And then, like a couple of years later, it's like, "Holy shit, this is like almost Hollywood level production with stick figures."
Yeah.
That was
What the
ridiculous.
fuck?
Did you get like ever use the program they used to, like make? I don't know if it was like the original like
Pivot.
Pivot.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's
so-
still around actually.
Yes, yeah, it is. It's a free program. It always has been. He
Yeah,
used-
but like how much like have they
Oh,
upgraded
I
it?
don't think it's been updated
Oh.
for like a decade. But I think he used Pivot for the first like 4 or 5 years. And then he moved on to something like 3D Studios or something like that. Because in the later years he definitely wasn't using Pivot because there were things you could not do in Pivot that he was doing.
It's
How many are still
for
using
free.
Flash?
You can't use Flash
You can't
anymore.
use it anymore,
It's-
can you? Yeah.
It's now rebranded to something else.
You're not gonna believe this. Its last stable release was the 11th of January 2023.
Fuck. Still updating it. All right.
Yeah. Written in Delphi.
But also, right, Happy Wheels.
Oh,
Happy Wheels is ancient. That game came out when I was in high school. Yet it was so under the radar for so many years. And then PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, and Markiplier started playing it. And it just went, just shot up into popularity. And it's like, these guys have been like, we've made this game. It's been sitting there for years. And now all of a sudden people care. Yeah. The same thing happened to Among Us. Like Among
Yeah.
Us have been out for a few years. They were actually actively working on the sequel when it blew up in popularity, and they're like, "Well, fuck the sequel. We'll just stabilize this now that everyone's playing it."
Yeah, keep pumping this.
Yep.
Then now everyone plays it. Apparently, I'm still yet to play it. Probably never will. But
Oh,
I
I-
yeah,
can't
same
get on it.
actually.
You have to have a group of friends. Playing it with randoms is fucking trash.
I'm out then.
Yeah, no.
I don't
If
have
you,
friends. What are friends?
oh,
I do really want to do it with like weird like nicknames where like one nickname is like you or and
Yes.
like me and
Yeah,
like them and then
the H2O delirious clips from that is fucking hilarious.
like,
Me saw who? Me saw who?
I love that clip.
I
funny.
also watched a Wildcat play it where everyone had to turn the color off on their screen, and everyone's name was exactly the same. It was just a bunch of eyes or the vertical dashes,
Oh yeah.
and that's what everyone's name was. It was like, who did it? I don't fucking know. Is someone treading on some metal?
You was not the imposter.
My dog running around.
Okay, it just sounds like he's stepping on like metal or something, like a metal tin sheet or something.
No, she's just jumping off the bed and chasing her glow-in-the-dark ball.
Well, she's been very cute. I would bring my boy in, but he doesn't want to be in here because it's too hot. Like I'm seconds away from turning that fucking aircon on. That's for sure.
Not a bad idea.
Yes. Oh dear.
That'll be me tomorrow. We're meant to have like 34 tomorrow, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
it was
We're
meant
gonna
to
get
storm
roasted.
all day today. The weather said
We've
it's going to
rained a
storm
little.
all day. It was meant to start at 9 a.m. and storm all day. Right. I went out.
That did-
I went out to go feed the brother and sister-in-law's cats because they're up at Queensland at the moment. Went there, came back, and about 2 minutes from home, it spat a little bit, then stopped. And then, like
That's a storm, clearly.
about 40 minutes ago, it rained for about 3 minutes. And that's
That
it.
sounds like a Melbourne storm. Are you sure you're not down in Melbourne?
Yeah.
No. All our street signs are still male.
Ah. Took me a second.
I'm sorry. That was low hanging fruit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. We
Hey,
don't have-
some of our walkways light up now as well.
See, that's cool though. That's cool. So that's the thing.
Yeah,
with
but
Melbourne.
they've only done it on like one intersection and they stopped it because it was, I think it kept
Probably too
like,
expensive.
dying.
Or it was
Nah,
too
I
expensive.
think it dies.
But so that's
Like-
the thing with Melbourne. It's like there are some things that Melbourne does. And it's like that's so fucking stupid. Why would you do it? And then there's other things that Melbourne does. It's like that's so cool. Why can't Sydney do it? You know, like have a street layout that makes fucking sense.
Yeah, I was
Sydney
gonna
won't do
say
that.
like a CBD, like you can actually, like. I mean, they're closing off some roads, but at least they're not like doing one-way weird shit.
Oh, look, Sydney's
But our
just,
roads go everywhere.
Yeah,
Sydney's
Structure.
like
I'm
I've
lucky I haven't
actually
had
had
to
a
drive
friend. I've had a friend driving in Sydney, right? And he was driving from one place in Sydney to another. And he said, "Oh, I'm going to be about 10 minutes doing this job, and then I'll head out. I'll meet you there." And I needed him to let me in, so I was like, "Oh, well, I'm bored. I've got nothing to do, and I want to see the city, so I'm going to walk, and I'll meet you there on foot." I had to wait for him for half an hour. I was out the front. I went through about 7 smokes and 2 cans of V waiting for him. And he was driving, and it was like 3 roads. Yeah, it just took him forever.
That's
Cooked.
cooked, man. But I will give. Actually, no. I think Queensland has the best bus and trams.
Don't know. I've never.
At least if you have to get somewhere, like they were pretty quick and pretty on time. Melbourne's trams are not too bad, but our buses are atrocious.
See,
Like
the thing is, I don't have as much exposure to Melbourne because I've literally been there for 2 days in my entire life, and it
Too
was
much.
like
It was a busy 2 days.
private car rental, and then walking, and that's all I experienced really. So
Yeah, that sums it up.
you got to come back down and see the sights.
I can't afford it, bro. I'm fucking poor.
There's sites in Melbourne?
I have a tree out the front.
A tree, just one.
Just one, yeah. If you walk up the street a little bit, there's another one, but just one out.
Whoa, 2
No.
trees.
We're pretty lucky. We've got a couple of trees in my street.
See, around
That's
Blacktown, the
crazy.
sites are all pretty much the same here. It's just like junky. The population is like, I don't know, what do you reckon, Jones? About 70% Indian now? in Blacktown?
In Blacktown, it probably would be.
Yeah, it's about 70% Indian. So a vast majority of the people in and around Blacktown and Seven Hills are Indian. There was massive migration there and stuff like that. So, like, I mean, the good thing is most of the junkies have been pushed out. They're not in
Yeah, they're
Blacktown
more out my
anymore.
way.
Or Parramatta. Where are you
No,
now,
no,
anyway?
I'm the other way. St.
Penrith
Mary's.
Way. Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Hang on. The junkies have always been at St. Mary's. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but there's more.
I had a
Oh, sorry.
a hare run up my street the other day. I didn't even know we had hare in Australia. I was quite stunned. I thought I was going a bit crazier and I needed more coffee because I hadn't finished my first one. But no, apparently there's a family of hares that live in my estate and are regularly running up the road.
So closest thing to that we get here is fucking bin chickens.
Fucking big turkeys. Everywhere.
Although, up where my daughter lives, so my daughter lives with her grandmother up in Windsor. We were driving down after dropping her off one night, and my wife really needed to use the toilet, so we had to go to the service station. But to go to the service station, you've got to go across the other side of the road, but you can't turn back that way. So you've got to actually go up the road, and then you've got to go into this thing called Windsor Downs, which is
Yes.
where, you know, the secretive inbred billionaires are.
Yep.
Like, so they're all like hyper rich, but they're all like cousins and brothers and sisters and wives at the same time type of thing. They're all fucking weird. But it's a really big, it's a really nice area. It's really big. So you've actually got to go down into this area, go around a roundabout. And as we were going around the roundabout, my wife just goes, "Oh, look, kangaroos." It's just kangaroos just kind of chilling on the side. I'm like, fuck, I haven't seen one of those bastards in a while. So we still have some wildlife nearby. Yeah. But speaking of wildlife, and for some reason Americans popped into my head. How many of you guys have ever had someone they've talked to online from America and actually tricked them into believing something like, we ride kangaroos to school?
Not right.
Can't say I have had that.
Several times.
I had half
Few
of
times.
my guild online when I was playing Star Wars Galaxy. And half of my guild thought that I got to the local servo on a red dirt track. I lived in the middle of the bush, as far as they knew. Right, my internet was delivered via cables hanging in the over the power lines.
Oh, not with a disc, right? They didn't just give
No. I had
physically hand the packets to you.
literally described to them that I had it like blue tacked to a power line, which obviously doesn't work.
Very
Did you tell
easy.
them about the dangers of drop bears as well?
Oh yeah, 100%. Drop
They're
bears
brutal
always there.
around here.
But I would actually describe to them my wallaby called Commodore. And that I rode him to go to the shops. And when I was a kid, I used to ride him to go to school. And half my guild believed me. I mean, the good
That's what
thing
the other
is,
campus joked about from my school. That we were in Glen Waverley, and the CBD. We're about like 20 k's out, and they were joking like we rode to school in tractors and
yeah.
kangaroos and stuff. It was
But
pretty
the
funny. We said they were all druggers because they're in St Kilda, but you know.
well, yeah, they are. The other half of the guild, luckily, was like, "You're a fucking idiot. We don't believe that shit. We're not that stupid." That's like, you're redeeming the American people. Like my
But the fact
guild,
that there was half of them.
yeah, it was pretty sad. But like my guild master was like, I tried it on him once, and he's like, "No, fuck it. I'm a Texan, you dickhead. I'm not stupid." But I think the funniest thing that ever happened with my guild in Star Wars Galaxies was when I had a friend of mine, Jones, you actually met him. You remember Jason?
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah,
know the guy.
he was playing Galaxies for a while, and he got in voice, and he pressed the push to talk button, and he said, "Hey guys, I can't figure it out. How do I use voice?" 10 minutes of people trying to help him,
Oh, well, my lord.
and I
Seriously?
lost my shit. And the thing is, there were members of the guild who had figured, who were like, "What are you people doing? Are you that fucking stupid?" They're sitting there going, "Oh my god, these people are fucking retarded," laughing their asses off as well.
Please tell me half of them are just like doing it for the bit.
No, the people trying to
No.
help him were literally trying to help him. And he was like communicating back to them over voice. One of them had an excuse, right? Because he started helping him because he thought he was talking about Ventrilo. Do you guys remember Ventrilo?
Yep.
Yeah, he thought he was talking about Ventrilo, and he was trying to help him get Ventrilo working.
Okay.
And then when he
That's
realized he was
fair.
talking about in-game voice, he's like, "Oh, fuck off," and stop being involved. But no, there was like 3 or 4 actual guildmates who were trying to help him, and it was just like,
That's-
"Oh my god, guys!"
And now suddenly the election results make more sense.
Yeah. But yeah, no. This is sad days when Star Wars Galaxies went because my guild didn't last too much longer after that. Like we all went to the Old Republic, but it wasn't a good game.
OCE service now.
They had OCE
After
service,
how long?
and then they turned them off.
Yeah, they're back now.
The
Came
thing
back.
is, nobody
2 months.
cares.
Yeah.
Anyone who's
That's
left
okay.
playing has to play in an American guild anyway. So like, gives a fuck.
My Final Fantasy guild tried to get me to go over to it. They're literally in Discord right now. Oh no, he just left. He was playing earlier. Like, oh, you come play, and they've been G'ing me up to play for like the last month. Sure.
The thing that irritates me about the Old Republic, right, is that what they could do is they could give you a mini server, and you could play the entire game on your own. You don't need other players. It's a massively multiplayer, single-player game.
Yeah.
That's so dumb. That's so dumb. All right, we're at the 1 hour mark, guys.
Yes.
So I would like to have a cigarette break. So what I wanted to know is who still has time, or do people need to leave?
I might make a move.
Okay.
So we have to get up at 6 tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow's Friday, isn't it? Yeah, I
yeah.
have to be up early. Why not?
Okay.
Do whatever.
I can probably chill for another half hour tops.
All right. Cool. So I have another
Similar.
topic.
I wake up at 5 a.m. to go to work.
Ah, fuck. That's
That's
right.
cool.
You do too.
Oof.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what I might do then, I might call it for the podcast.
Mhm.
Because an hour is a pain in the ass to edit enough as it is, and I don't want to drag it on too long, and I'm lazy.
Sounds like a you problem, man.
100% it is. It's 100% me. It's just no doubt at all.
Though.
Yeah, 100%. So, thank you, Christy, for coming. I know you're not too used to being on streams and podcasts and stuff.
I'm learning.
Yes, and look, I'm going to be doing these more often. By the way, although
Sorry, that just reminded me of Ralphie Wiggum's. I'm learning.
That's literally what I was going for. I'm glad someone picked it up.
So every time you're invited to one of these, you just chuckle. It's like, oh, I'm in danger now.
Yes.
No,
No, see, you are in danger. You are in danger. You're definitely set in some crosshairs now because you're the first girl to be on the podcast.
Go
So,
me.
so you're the first female podcast member. So I'm going to start harassing the shit out of you to be on more of my podcasts. Because, gender diversity and I don't like sausage parties and all that shit. But yeah. Also, like, if any of you guys come up with an idea, if you're like, hey, this would be a cool podcast to watch or something like that, fucking let me know.
Oh yeah.
Because like if you come up with
Yeah,
some
dude.
topic that you think would be great, I know Jards is chomping at the bit for like a network device stream, like a technology stream.
Yeah, I'm out for that one.
Come on!
Maybe.
That's
Look,
desperate.
look. There has been a thought in the back of my mind that I might start like a Azure or AWS learning stream, where like I do some learning
Interesting.
and people can come and learn with me and shit.
I should just let you remote into my home lab.
That might be a little bit too advanced for the first one.
Oh yeah, but like, so you don't have to
It's
keep paying for
default.
like once the because I think you get 1 free month with Azure / Linode,
Something like that.
depending on which one you do.
Yeah.
So after that it like costs like $30 a month or something.
Yes.
So,
All right. Okay.
Free
So
compute.
I will let the people who need to go. And I'm gonna go on a short break. I'm pretty sure Jones, you're the only one sticking around.
I can, if you want. If you're ending, whatever, that's cool.
Do you want to play Dark Tide?
I don't have it installed, and it'll take too long for me to download 80 gig.
What have you got?
Plus,
What have
whatever
you
it
got?
is
What
now.
have you got? What games you got
I
that I have?
probably not
Oh,
much, to be honest.
This is where you start playing 20 questions.
No. Well, I could just play something. You could just sit around on webcam and talk shit with me while I stream if you want.
I would never talk shit. I don't talk shit ever.
That's all we've been doing for the last hour, bro.
Yeah, well.
So have you
Yeah.
not been here? Like,
So, all right, I'm gonna.
fucking
All right, guys, I'm gonna go pop out for a break, and yeah, Jones, if you want to stick around, we'll figure something out if you want.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys.
I'll catch you guys around.
So those on
Yeah,
YouTube,
later.
thanks for watching, and have a good night all.
Adios.
And for those
Good
sticking
night,
around, we'll see you in a bit.